Hey, how's it going? Checking in with my daily update. And actually, I'm a day late with this. I didn't do it last night. I was out at a fitness competition. I didn't get back till late, and then it was straight into dinner, and we were watching an outdoor cinema home movie. So it just sort of got bundled away and didn't get done. And you know what? I was actually aware of it. I was thinking, oh, am I getting a chance to do my little check-in video? And that in itself kind of made me reflect on the purpose of these check-ins, which were always, I guess, twofold. First of all, for me to document my processes and the ups and the downs, mainly the downs with my drive towards the goal of establishing myself as a professional speaker. And secondly, to keep myself really sort of locked on to the goal and in some ways accountable as well. I know sometimes I'll film these and then I'll post them the day after, or maybe even 2 days later, and that's not unusual now, but I still get them done. And even if I've got nothing to say, it'll still be okay, well, here's what I've been thinking about. And as I was questioning the validity of continuing with these videos, I was like, you know what, I do still really benefit personally from doing these. And I've always found that just by sitting down for a couple of 3 minutes each day, usually in the evening, fitting it in somewhere, it just checks me back into that sense of purpose and direction that I'm moving in, and just says like, well, where am I? How am I doing? Because some days I'll have a really kind of a rough day where I feel like I just haven't made any progress. It's been a bit scattered, and like yesterday, for example, was one of those days where I didn't have any big setbacks particularly, but I also struggled to really lock onto any big flow of work. And I've sort of anticipated that for these last couple of weeks, with it being so hot, the kids being off, sort of almost in semi-holiday mode. But even so, by now just reflecting on yesterday, it's like, well, actually, no, I did do a few things. There was a little bit of progress. I am still moving towards the goals. I reached out to some people again on LinkedIn. I've got my podcast, next episode, ready to go on Monday. So that's kind of fallen off the wagon, off track a little bit as well recently. And I've actually done some productive things. So by checking in with these videos, it's just another way, and I do this in a sort of a semi-written format as well. But by checking in with these videos, it just says, well, what have I done? Not just what have I not done, but what have I done? And also, like, where am I mentally and emotionally with those goals as well? Like, what am I feeling? How motivated am I? How optimistic and hopeful am I? And where are some of the challenges or the struggles? And one of the biggest struggles I think that I've identified over and over again is that I've got all these things that I know I could be doing, but because many, if not all of them, or most of them anyway, are sort of long-term, slow burn activities that may or may not work. They may or may not bear fruits now or at any point in the future. There's a tendency to focus on things that I feel will give me more of an immediate reward, and that might not be the kind of reward that's really going to move me forwards, but it's going to be the kind of reward that will make me feel like, right, I've done something, I've made some progress. So just for me, just checking in and watching out for those things as well. These video check-ins, basically what I'm saying with this check-in today, from yesterday, is that these are going to continue, mainly, again, maybe 90% for my benefit here, to keep me on track. And I feel like I'm getting there with this. I do feel like I'm getting there. If somebody says to me now, like, what do you do for a living? I'll say, well, I'm a speaker. And that's a massive turn around from 4 years ago when I first started doing these. And that was, the ambition was to get to that point, and refining the goals. And I'm constantly refining the goals. Like, what do I really want? What's possible? And I've got some pretty ambitious goals and targets in mind, especially for 2023. But again, I had some pretty ambitious goals in mind for 2022. I do feel like I'm actually likely to hit some of those goals if I have the stellar end to the year that I'm predicting. But it's been a rough ride for the first 8 months of this year, with just a couple of sort of injections of hope and successes, but a lot of setbacks, a lot of plateaus, and a lot of things that haven't come through. But again, maybe these video check-ins have been a part of my process, just to ensure that I do just keep moving forwards and ride out those waves, those little disturbances in the long-term goal and the long-term view. So anyway, there's my rambling check-in for the day. I will be back again later on. I'm actually going hiking and camping with my son today, but I will do a very quick check-in later on. I would imagine that there'll be plenty of periods of just us walking along in silence as we are buried and lost in our own thoughts, and that will probably be the time where I do a little bit of thinking about some of these goals, which I'm looking forward to, actually, as well as just disengaging and just being with him. Anyway, there's my check-in for the day. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and check back in again tomorrow for another daily update. Bye for now.